Chico's Mendoza and Kyle Garcia.
Open up for questions.
Coach Jones, what are you going to remember the most about this season?
You wouldn't have to ask him. Hard for me right off the bat. You know, it's been one of those years where you have a lot of kids coming back, and so you work. You know you've got a chance to make it back if you stay healthy and keep getting harder, or working hard. And our young men did that. They battled all year long, got better and better. And we were fortunate enough to get here, and we're just very thankful that we made it here.
Coach, what do you think about the way Kyle played today? You know, 276 yards on the ground, 5 touchdowns, 29 carries.
Kyle did an outstanding job, just like he always does. We do. Our kids do a good job blocking, and he knows how to find the holes and get there. And you know, he's a very good explosive back, and I thought he did nothing less than I thought he would do today.
Coach, what does Kyle actually mean to a program like this to set the groundwork for the younger kids? Oh,
you know, he's the best example you could have because of his work ethic, how dedicated he is, and how hard he works every day. You know, so the younger kids follow these seniors and juniors, and so that's the main thing. You know, they're just great leaders and great young men.
Schematically, what did they do that would stop your running game, which has been very unstoppable this year?
You know, first off, they're a very good football team. They did a good job of not getting blocked very well and getting off their blocks, and they manned up on us a little bit on some receivers and brought a couple of free guys that put a little more pressure on us than we were expecting, and we had to make some changes and some adjustments. We did, and we covered some of it, but bottom line, they're just a very good football team, and they were better than us today.
Coach, it looked like you guys left it all on the field. I just want to talk about how you guys were resilient.
You know, like I said, my guys, they never quit battling, you know. We just hung in there and kept trying to get back in the game, and every time we thought we'd get close, well, you know, they'd come back and take over. And so, you know, I can't say more about my kids. They're just fine young men, and they really battle hard.
Kyle, in terms of last year's game to this year's game, what was the kind of the difference in both those games if you can compare them at all?
I guess just experience. Last year, you know, we came out here, never been in a big old stadium like this. And, you know, we just came out here and played our game, and fortunately, come out with the win. I think that was the difference.
Looking back on this season, the past 2 seasons, talk about the memories that you've had and you shared with your teammates.
You know, just getting here is something I always remember. You know, we're the first team in Balmorhea history. You know, it's been fun. You know, I love doing this, and I love doing it with my friends.
Marcus, compare this team Strawn to some of the other teams like Valley, or you see some of the other good teams. How does it stood out?
Their speed and the way they get to the ball is just a whole lot different than Valley and Garden City. And just the blocking, we couldn't really block them. They did good and not letting us block them.
Marco, you're a junior. You're coming back next year. You know, the seniors, 7 of them, set a great groundwork. But can the Balmorhea Bears get back to this spot next year, do you think?
Yes, sir, we can. And we just keep doing what we do and just let some of those younger guys step up and just take the spots of these 7 seniors and just see what the outcome will be.
What are your thoughts on this year?
Pretty good. I mean, we got here and we did good all season, and I thought we did good.
Kyle, this community is a tight-knit community. Everyone was out there supporting you today. Just knowing that no matter what, you have this whole entire community behind you, what does that mean?
You know, it feels good. You know, they wanted it as much as we did, but you know, they're still behind us, and you know, they have their heads up high, just like we do.
What has Coach taught you over the time that you've been with him?
A lot. You know, just how to be a good young man. You know, rights from wrongs. And, you know, I love him. He's like a dad to me.
Any final questions?
Coach, how proud are you of this team?
Oh, I can't say enough how proud I am. You know, I don't have any sons, and so these guys are like my sons or grandsons, I guess you might say now. But I'm more proud of them than any other team I've ever had.
Coach, will you be back here next year in terms
I
of
hope
just
so.
coaching?
We're
Or will
going to
you-
work to get back here.
Will you be coaching next year, though?
I plan on it. With good Lord willing, creeks don't rise, you know. I plan on being here.
Thank you, guys. Congratulations.
Thanks, Coach. Money.
Got everybody? We have Coach Dwayne Lee from Strawn. We won't introduce everybody, but if you answer questions, introduce yourself before you answer.
Okay.
Open up for questions.
So Coach, the Dirty Dogs did it. Tell us about it.
You know, all year they just kept trucking, playing hard all year. They stayed focused. You know, when we're you know, middle of the season, you know, and there's times where we're beating people and you know, trying to get better. And they kept, the biggest thing, I think they kept their focus. Absolutely the hardest working bunch I've ever had and the most dedicated bunch ever since I've been coaching 25 years.
Coach Lee, you're a Crane native. You coached the Grand Falls. You know everything about Balmorhea, and I've seen them before. Talk about that team a little bit.
Vance Jones was in, we were in the same district for like 6 years. Yeah. And me and Vance had some good battles, and I was actually 4-0 against him in the state game 2009. He shut that out. So, you know, I told him the other day, I said, well, you owe me one now. You need to let us win this one. You know, and he's a great coach. 45 years he's been going. I mean, it's unbelievable. His program, wherever he goes, he wins. Their kids are class acts. It was unbelievable.
Coach, Balmorhea scored really quick on that opening possession. You guys got 2 straight stops. You know, how big were those 2 stops to kind of give you guys momentum?
You know what, they're huge because the defense we put in, Coach Avranches, and did a great job, and Coach Forster, those guys are unbelievable coaches, and without them, but what they did, they had a good game plan, and we knew we stopped, got a sack right off the bat, and then they broke one, but it was just like last week. We never got our head down and never phased us. We knew we were going to wear them down and do some things to them, yes.
Coach, with so much of your team coming back for the future, can you see this becoming a trend for you guys?
You know what? We're going to celebrate this one, and we're going to enjoy it. You know, the last thing they want to do is hear me get back in the weight room right now and get back in that, because they don't want to hear that right now. And but most definitely, we're gonna work harder. We're gonna work harder. We're not gonna just, you know, sit on this one, but we're gonna enjoy this one most definitely, because it's been 15 weeks and we're the only, you know. We've been picked, you know, we've been number 8, number 6 all year, and you know, we started out preseason. Nobody believed in us, and in this group, we knew. We talked about it from the day one. We are going to win the state championship, and we're going to play Balmorhea. We knew we were going to play Balmorhea.
Where's number 44?
Right here.
Okay, there you can see your number. Tell me about all those touchdowns today on very long runs and beating the Bears defense.
Well, I just followed the blocks. I had really good blocking the whole entire night. Every time I ran the ball, didn't really have very many guys touching me on any touchdowns. I really blocked it all.
And just tell me about the offense all year in the running game.
The running game's been good. Again, thanks to the blocking. I mean, nobody's really been touching the running backs. When I do touch running backs, our running backs run really hard the whole entire night, or the whole entire season.
O-line pride.
Coach, so talk about how well your kids tackled today.
You know what? That goes back to Coach Cervantes and Coach Forster. They have a tackle drill they do every day. We almost do it like twice a week, and they do such a good job teaching that. And since we've got that started last year, and our tackling got so much better last year and just continued to get better. And I think we're bigger and stronger, more mature. That actually helped us. But those guys, the teaching that you can't, the tackle drill they did was priceless.
Coach, how proud of you all these athletes around you to come out on top?
You know what? Here's the thing. I tell them all the same thing. Hey, thanks for putting up with me, because I'm really a tough guy. I'm tough with them, and you know, you have to have a relationship with these guys and girls. You can't just chew on them all the time. You got to love them, and they got to know that you're there for them. And I've been there 15 years, and you know, there's nobody loves these kids in the Strawn more than I love them, and they know that, and I'm hard on them, and they know that, you know, and they take some butt chewing sometimes, you know.
Coach, you said guys and girls. How many coaches say that? What was it like to be part of history like that?
You know what? It was great, because we struggled last week, and you know what? The thing was, I told Kaylani, I said, you get one chance. You miss the first one, you're done. You don't get to kick anymore. And we worked on it every day since Milford last week, because we had a really bad outing against Milford. Well, you know, the snapper, Chino and the holder Carlos and the blocking and then her kicking, the one she missed was a high snap and it wasn't her fault. She did, like I said, I chew her just like I do the boys, and I get on her and you know, I got to have a relationship with her. She took it and she bounced back from last week, and man, she was a trooper.
So you were serious about that?
Yep, 100%. She knows I'm serious. She had one chick. We had 2 other kickers. Yeah.
Kalani, what does it mean for you to break some of your records?
It feels pretty great. I mean, I don't really think about it during the game. This whole game, I didn't think about the first girl or if I miss, I'm done. I just thought about the kick.
Hey Gavin, so last week when we were talking, I asked you what this moment would feel like whenever y'all come up on top. So can you describe this for me?
I mean, it's just crazy. Like, just yeah, I just thought about it, you know, over and over and over, and it's just crazy to win, you know.
Ivan, what was the moment whenever, just take us back to the moment whenever you knew, oh, I'm going to be a state champion. What was that feeling like for you?
Well, we like to keep our calm until the clock hits 0, just, you know, because anything can happen in 6-man. But I guess whenever we kneeled the ball and then it was done, because I don't like to like let my guard down, you know, we work really hard, we don't want no stupid mistakes at the end of the game or anything.
So what does this moment mean for you?
It's crazy. My stepdad is a state champ, you know, he's raised me, so I did this for him and everybody else on the team who did stuff.
His stepdad played in 2003, our first state championship in Strawn. My first year there in Strawn, he was number 40 also, Johnny Parsons, and he was MVP. That's his stepdad, and that's a big story.
Talk about, you know, you made a point to tell Carolina to come up there on the stage, you know. Just, I don't even know how to say it, you know, being a girl on the football team, how has she been accepted into this program?
Strawn is a really close community, so Lonnie has been part of it forever, and we rooted her on in basketball when she played back, so she's just been part of it. And kicking, I mean, she did good and she worked hard like everyone else on the team. So that's what you got to keep her like. She's just another football player.
Coach Lee, when you look back on this team in comparison to some of the other championship teams you've had or all the other years, what will you remember most from these group of athletes?
You know what? They're all special. It's always special, especially we haven't won one of them since 2008. And I'm going to just look back and I just can't believe the dedication and commitment. You guys, I know we keep saying that, but you have no idea what these guys do. I mean, like I told you, I've never seen anything like it. And I don't even have to push them. I mean, I do push them, but I can tell you right now, they do. It's a special group because they earned it. Last year when we got beat by Crow in the second round, we said we're going to get in that weight room and we're going to get off season and we're going to win the state championship. And we had the talent to do it. And we knew blocking, our linemen, gosh, they came around. The linemen did a great job, and I think that's the biggest thing for us. We just put our nose to the grindstone this summer. I hate even, I don't want to sound like I'm bragging, I don't want to sound like we're gloating, but the summer was, you guys have no idea what these guys did in the summer on their own too. I mean, it's crazy.
What is?
You know, you have everything that happened this season, you know, and you said you blocked out all the history and you kind of forgot about the, you know, the missing of the kicks last week. What are you going to take away from this season as a whole? Just from, what are you going to remember the most?
I'm going to remember that I played with the people that I'm mostly close with. They're my family, no matter what. I've been with them since pre-K. We've had new people come in, and they've just been a part of my family this whole time.
What does this win mean for the community of Strawn? Kind of a question for the table.
Carlos, answer.
Everyone, like, they love to watch us play.
Can we go back and talk about the defense a little bit over here? And just, you know, you really shut them. Number 9 was kind of, you know, scored a few touchdowns, but it seemed like in the second half, y'all really shut them down. Can our defensive MVP address that a little bit?
Yeah.
He's not even in here.
He's with his girlfriend.
He's a lover.
There you go, JW. I got a question for you.
Repeat the question, please.
Hey, I was just asking about the defense. You know, number 9 for Balmorhea scored a few touchdowns there early, but it seemed like you guys really shut them down in the second half. Can you talk a little bit about that, Chris?
Yes, sir. Our defense has been great all year. I mean, year round, that's all we work on. I mean, in practice, we get after each other, and we brought it and we showed it in the game today.
Final question?
Coach, can you just talk a little bit about what you guys did in the third quarter, kind of to blow the game open, outscored it 24-6 like that?
You know, I just think our blocking, our guys just put their nose to the grindstone and you know, pounded it and made some good plays. You know, they made some great plays. When we call a play, it's nice when they just execute it like they did. I just think that just the conditioning we're in, and you know, they told me last week, you know, say, Coach, don't worry about it. We got this. You know, don't worry. You know, because you know, they're a good ball club, and I think they just believed and they knew we were going to score, and you know, we played a great Milford team last week, and it taught us a lot. It was good for us to play a team like that.
Thanks, you guys. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.